So, comes to blood grouping. Uh, as we all know, every human beings have their own blood groups, and we all need to know about the blood groups because, well, during blood transfusion, transferring of blood cell from one individual to another, we need to know the scientific process behind it, or a scientific factor behind the blood grouping. So when we transfusion, anything needs, we need to have a blood grouping, or we need to study our what sort of blood group we have. So for that, it is mandatory to do a blood grouping. So and when you look back the history of blood grouping, it was discovered by Karl Steiner on 1901. So he discovered his blood grouping system while he was working with his workers in red cells, and he was mixing with those blood cells some serums, and he's invariably he got some sort of grouping. He's clumping in between the red blood cells when he mixed with certain serum. So with that, his findings, he proceed with the ABO blood grouping. So later it was comes as Landsteiner blood groups. So every individual should perform a blood grouping because the antibodies to ABO groups, antigen, ABO blood groups, which antigen they do not process. So it is very critical to understand the compatibility between ABO blood groups. And here, if we have almost, we all know we have at least 4 blood groups: A, B, AB, and O blood groups. So if we look at the A blood groups, we have an A antigen. Here for A blood group, they have A antigen. For B blood groups, they have B antigen, and for AB, we have AB antigen, and O, we don't have any sort of antigens. So against this A antigen, there will be a anti-B antibody. For B blood groups, they have anti-A antibody. For AB, there won't be any antibody against this AB antigen. And for O, there will be, since there is no antigen, there will be antibody. So this is the Karl Landsteiner's rule. So there are two type of the different types of blood groups, that is type AB, that is the number 1, that is we call it as a universal recipient. Here RBC have both A and B antigens. In the case of here, this is anti-AB, they have both A and antigen on top of AB. Because of the presence of both antigens, they can receive either from A, B, AB, and O types, and they do not donate a blood to AB only. They cannot give blood to anyone else. They can donate to AB type. So they can, but they are universal recipient. They can obtain blood either from A, B, AB, or types, anyone. And next is type O, that is a universal donor. Here type O, people can always donate, but they cannot receive anymore from anybody else except O blood groups. So because here this AB, all blood groups are just opposite to the AB blood group. All blood groups are just opposite to the type A groups, type AB groups, because there is no antigen on top of the RBCs. They can receive only from all antigen groups, but they cannot donate. They can also donate A, B, AB, and O types, but they can receive only from O type. They cannot receive the blood from A type, B type, AB type, or O types. Next group is type A. They have both A and they have A antigens only. They can receive from A and O types. They can donate to either A or AB type. When you take the type B, they have RBC have only B antigens. B type, they have only B antigens. It is so here this type A, here we can see this what you say, in blue color, the spiked one. Here we can see some arrows one, that is the B one. So this is a B antigen. So here we can say, so here this is the RH group on top of that, which here it's for B positive have an additional antigen on top of that to make them B positive. Here in the case of that additional antigen, RH factor is not present, hence they are A minus. Here also that factor is not present, hence it is B minus. So they can receive from both B and, in the case of B, they can receive from both B and O types. They can donate to B and AB types. Since AB is a universal recipient, they can either obtain the blood either from A groups or B groups, as well as from A groups as well as O types. So this is the group of blood. You have to understand a little bit more regarding the group of blood. That is, as we know, as it shows is red in color, all are red blood cells. So A is another blood cells, red type of red blood cells. B is another type of red blood cells. AB is another type. O is another type. What is the peculiarity of this different types of blood cells? Is, if you look at group A, they have on this, you can see the spiked one. This is they have an A antigen. In the case of group B, they have group B antigen, and group AB, this is mixture of A and B, whereas group O does not have any antigens. If you look at the antibodies, they have a anti-B antibody. Since they have antigen A, they have anti-B antibody. Here in the case of group B, they have antigen of B, but they have anti-A antibody. Here in the case of AB, there's no antibody in this case of AB because they contain both antigens. So in the case of group O, they have anti-A and anti-B antibodies. There is no antigens. So these are the group of blood which is based on the presence of antigen and the absence of antibody, or either the other way you can say the type of antibody and the type of antigen which is present. So when we look at the antigen antibody interactions, say for example, if you take RBC, which is having an antigen on top, B antigen on top, so we have a red blood cells which is having a B antigen on top, and obviously there will be an antibody against this group. So the membrane of RBC containing a unique ID, that is a tag, there will be a unique tag on top of RBC, that is antigen. Antigens are membrane proteins. Antigens are nothing but membrane protein. Unique antigen binds with the unique antibody. So there will be a unique antigen. It will bind with the unique antibodies. So antibodies are nothing but protein produced with the foreign cells to stimulate immune response by lymphocytes. So antibodies are nothing but proteins. They are produced by produced with the foreign cells to stimulate an immune response of lymphocytes. Look at, there is an H antigen. So this H antigen code for enzymes that add to the sugar fructose to the terminal sugar of a precursor PC. Precursor substance we call it PS. The precursor substance, proteins and lipids, is formed on oligosaccharide chain, that is a basic structure. So H antigen code for an enzymes that adds. So this, what is the role of this enzyme? That adds sugar to the terminal of a precursor substances. These precursor substances are nothing but proteins and lipids. So they form oligosaccharide chain. So that is a basic structure of antigen, which is formed of oligosaccharide chains. So what are the nature of antibodies? So the nature of antibodies, like there are now we studied about the how antigens will be, how the structure of an antigen. But here, when we look at the nature of antibodies, they are non-red blood cell stimulated antibodies, that is ABO antibodies, and there are another type of antibody called red blood stimulated antibody. That is that antibodies which is generally formed in the case of transfusion. So there are generally IgG type of antibodies. They can occur in groups, that or groups. It may occur in A or B groups, that type of antibodies. That is, these antibodies occur in other blood group systems also. So mainly there are two type of antibody: non-blood blood cell stimulated antibody as well as red blood stimulated antibodies. Now we learn term we know about what is an antigen, what is an antibody, in the in which is comes across, comes in contact with comes along with the RBC blood grouping system. So now we are going to deal with what is a reaction which occur when an antigen and antibody mix comes together. So it causes an agglutination reaction, that is binding of antigen with antibodies. So here this is the antibody and this is the antigen. When they comes together, they form a clumps. So this is called a clumping factors. So the mixing of antigen with the antibody forms a clumps. So like a thickened blood. So that is the one which we are observing when we are doing a blood group. Whether the formation of a clump or agglutination. If there's a clump formation occurs, we can identify that the antigen antibody reaction occur. Suppose if we wanted to test a person is having that is which is A and blood group or B blood group, we are taking a blood group and mixing with the B antibody, we can say that the person is A blood group. Or else we mix with the A antibody, we can say that if the reaction occurs, the person is B blood group. So this is the rule of thumb. So when a blood cell antigen binds with the matching antibody, it produces a clumps, like we call it as agglutination reaction. So there are, as I said, P positive and negative. So that depends on the presence of Rh factor. Other than antigens and antibody, the blood cells also have another factor called the Rh antigens on top of it. Those blood cells is having Rh, we call it as positive, and which does not, we call it as negative. So agglutination with RHC antiserum, we call it as positive, and agglutination with RHD antiserum, it is negative. If there is no agglutination, we call it as negative. So if B positive cells means it have an RH antigen on top of that, and does not have that. If it is B minus, it does not have RH antigen on top of that. So that is a RH antigen. In addition to that, there is another blood group called Bombay blood group. This is a blood phenotype first discovered by Bombay, that is in India, by Dr. Y.M. Bende in 1952. So it is also called as HS blood group or Bombay blood group, particularly that does not express H antigen. So generally on top of RBC, if they express H antigen, that is a normal blood group, and or B antigen on blood cells, they cannot donate blood to anybody. So this is different type of antigen. We also call as HH group antigen. Here, particularly they do not express the H antigens. As a result, only they cannot form B antigen or A antigen. There are different types of antigen is expressing here. So they cannot donate blood related to ABO blood grouping system, but they can donate blood only to the Bombay blood group people. So here we can say this is here the H antigens will be there on top of B or O or A antigens. Here on top of that H antigen is not there. So precisely, if you wanted to donate a blood, to whom all we can donate. So if it is in the case of A positive, so it is all connected. O negative, A negative, B negative, AB negative. So this is a question, so who the blood is for. So suppose if you mixing all the blood together, so there won't be a specific reaction. There won't be. So suppose if you are giving a transfusion blood, we cannot haphazardly give blood from anyone to anyone. So we need to have a specificity while doing transfusion of blood. So after checking the blood group, only we can donate blood. Thank you. Thank you for your patient listening.